Okay, class, we are moving on to chapter 2. Chapter 1 was all about whole numbers. Let me rephrase that. Chapter 1 was all about positive whole numbers. Chapter 2 is going to be on negative whole numbers. The focus is going to be on negative whole numbers. Now, there is a word that is used to describe positive and negative whole numbers, and that word is called integers. Okay? So if you ever see integers, they are talking about positive and negative whole numbers. Now, if you look at a number line, you will see how right in the middle is the 0. To the right of the 0 are the positives. To the left of the 0 are the negatives. Now, where would you see something like this? Temperature. If you were reading a thermometer, an old school thermometer, okay, you would know that when things warm up, it goes up. So let's say it'd be like 90 degrees is hot, and when things get cold, the temperature goes down. So like negative 32 degrees. Okay, so 0 is right in the middle. To the right is the positives. To the left are the negatives. Right? Let's talk about when you would see a positive or a negative integer and being able to identify it. So for instance, if somebody by the name of Ian has $3,250 in his savings account, is that a positive situation or is that a negative situation? Well, if you have money in your savings account, that's a good thing, so it would be positive. So this would be 3,250. Okay, so we're just expressing each amount as a positive or a negative, and it's positive. In 2010, the national debt was $13,213,695,570. Is it a positive thing or a negative thing? Well, if you look at the keyword is debt. Debt is when you don't have money. So that would be negative. So it'd be negative 13 trillion. So here we're showing the negative sign to tell us that it's a negative number. When it's a positive number, you don't need the plus sign. You can put it if you want. But a whole number by itself is always positive. The melting pot of gold is 1,063 degrees. Is that positive or negative? Well, think about like if it's 90 degrees outside and that's hot, it's just positive 90. So if you're melting something and it's got to be 1,063 degrees, that's hot, so that's positive. And a submarine is at a depth of 250 feet. This one has a keyword depth. The depth tells you you're going below sea level, so it's negative 250.